in the both ways. Recipe, I don't know how to say reciprocal in English, but this thing, not correspondence feelings,
Yes.
right? Let me see. So, hey, YouTube, and those who will be watching us in any other platforms, I'm Ana Laura. I will be your hostess today. Here with me in this beautiful evening, we have Brenner. Thanks so much for coming, Brenner. Again, I really
Hi,
appreciate it.
people.
And yeah, a quick introduction about how TNT, for those who doesn't know us yet. So we are a community where we came to communicating for a language, not just English. There are also Spanish, Italian, and French, right? The live meetings like this one are not regular classes, so I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to correct anyone. There's no material or homework or exercises. We are just here to talk, have a practice, uh, focusing on only speaking, right? And to communicate efficiently, right? That's the main point. But if you have an interest to have some classes, have a material, have a teacher by your side, following all of your steps, oh, you can check all the available options and plans in our website, talkandtalk.com.pr. And yeah, that's all about TNT. So let's jump into the questions. Today we're gonna talk about being in love, to fall in love, right? I we just watched a clip from a band called Smash Out. Smash Out. Yeah. I'm a believer. That's the song. And can you introduce yourself, Brenner? And I don't know, share a little bit of your thoughts about the music and the clips. You mentioned that you listened to the song before, but have you ever paid attention about the lyrics? What do you think?
Um, well, introducing myself first. My name is Brenna. I am 27 years old. I am from Rio, from the capital of the state. Um, I work as a software developer. I don't have any children or any pets, but I do have plants. I don't know if it counts. Um, I'm into sports. I love practicing and watching sports, all kind of sports, but football is my favorite. Um, and talking about the song, we just heard it. We just heard now. I've already heard it in some movies. I think Shrek is one of them. But I'm not sure if it's the only one. I, I I have the feeling that I've heard that song before in another movie. I've never paid attention to the lyrics. It's funny, yeah, as you said, and has a plot twist at the end, but I've never paid attention on it.
Got it. And uh, maybe we can also start answering question number one. How would you define being in love? How does it feel like? I don't know. Have you ever? Probably you have experienced before, right? How is it? How was that?
Being love, being love. We probably know when we fell in love with someone. We catch ourselves smiling to the phone or smiling alone, thinking about someone, and it's funny, yeah. So I'll define being love when you can't get someone out of your head, so you fell in love with that person. What do you think?
Yeah, this is quite common, right? You can't uh, stop thinking about the person and think, and maybe all the things that you see, you start relate to the person, even though they are not related, right? Oh, it reminds me the other person because of this and that, and we get a little bit silly, right? Smiling face all the time. I would say also, I don't know, butterflies in stomach when you see the person, right? Maybe sweating a lot
Shaky?
as well. Yeah, I would say that being in love is the signs and the symptoms of being in love would be just like that. But I don't know, maybe I would say being in love is when you ad admire someone so much in you know in any contest. Maybe you just uh, think that the person is beautiful, but you want to mm, spend more time with them, and I don't know, or just have some fun. Some people they are not willing to get a long-term relationship, you know. And I would say being in love is when you admire someone and wanna stay with them, be in touch. Kind of.
Deep.
Let me see. What else? Oh, this one. It's quite maybe a little bit polemic, but I'm curious to know about people's opinion. Question number 6. Can you
Question
read for us out
number
loud?
6. Okay, let me ask you something. When I'm not talking, but I keep my audio open, you hear some noise or something?
Let me see. Stop talking for a while. No, I couldn't hear anything.
Okay. Let me number 6. Do you believe
Yes.
love at first sight truly exists? No, I don't. Um, I don't think love is about what you see in a person, but what happens between you two, like the your personalities, your experiences you live together, the places you know together, the conversations, the time you spend together. So it's all about why you live with that person that um, creates love. Don't know if love can be created, but something like that. So when you see someone and you don't know that person, I don't think there is love between you two. You can maybe think, oh, he's a handsome man, or he's a beautiful man, but not love. You know. How about you?
Mhm. Yes, yes, I agree with you that maybe love at first sight doesn't exist, but you can. It's tough because in English, to fall in love, it means se apaixonar, right? It's a passion, and it's something very strong that you feel, but it's not for so long, right? It's just the first impression. So I agree with you that love, the true love, it's something that uh, the two people must, you know, uh, grow, grow. build together, right? In order to create and establish this deep uh, feeling that is to know deeply one another. And I believe that's important to know yourself, be self-awareness of your own, like you mentioned, that not just tastes, but maybe goals, right? If you have common goals. And I don't know, I would say that would be my my answer. But yeah, I agree with you. Love, it's a more complex and deep emotion that passion, right?
Yeah, totally agree.
Uh, let me see. Oh, what about question number 7? What do you think?
7. Let me read it. What are the difference between romantic love and other types of love, like friendship and familial love? Hmm, that's tough. Well, I would say that the only difference between my girlfriend and a friend I have, a close friend, um, is that I plan to live with my girlfriend and not with my friend, because all the things I talk to my friend, I talk to my girlfriend. So it's the difference is only maybe physical, because I see my girlfriend as a friend, also as a friend. So I think the difference is maybe the physical contact, the plans we have, because I have different plans with my girlfriend and with my friends and with my families. But I think love is love, you know? You care about that people, you care about them, and you want to see them having a good life. You want to be close to that
Mm.
person, even if it's your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your friend, or your mother, father, you know? So, yeah, I don't know if I answered that question, but
Yes,
uh,
absolutely.
I got confused here. So, what's your opinion about that question?
Not at all. Your opinion was expressed clearly. I could understand. So yeah, maybe I would say just like you that the main point would be like physical attraction, right? Because all the checkpoints uh are the same. Like you say, you care for the person, you want to spend time with them, you want to see them happy, right? And yeah, I would say that would be physical attraction and maybe uh, live with them until the last of your days. That would be the difference between, romantic love and the other types of love. Because, friendship and family, we 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 have our moments with them, but it's just for some while, right? I don't know if I'm being clear. Because you want to build a new house with your partner, your romantic partner. That I would say would be the other difference. Let me see. Mm, what about question number 9? What's your opinion about it?
How important is compatibility in a loving relationship? I would say 100% important, because, well, I am 27. I experienced a lot of types of relationships, bad ones and good ones. And even if you have a good relationship, you care about that person, you find that person handsome, it's not enough, you know. You have you two have to have um common plans. You have to got a view of future um similar. You have to, you know, having a house or having children or not, you know, that opinion is very important, and it counts a lot in a relationship. So compatibility is a big part of a relationship. So what do you think?
Yes, I agree with you at some point, but I would say that it's a the biggest part is about compatibility because you know they are the two people in the relationship are going to the same way. But I would say that would be maybe 90% importance, maybe 90 or 80% of compatibility, because I believe that the most important thing would be to respect. You know, it's not necessarily that you two agree with everything, have the same beliefs, the same goals, the same, you know, interests, but the important thing would be to respect the other the other point of view, the other needs, limits, and dreams. They respect, but they support each other. You know, I would say that would be just like that. Yeah, you mentioned about some things that are really discussed when especially when you're an adult getting close to the 30s. I feel the same as you mentioned about, getting a house or living with someone, having children, and I don't know. What do you think? You discuss these things with your girlfriend? You guys live together?
No, we don't.
No?
She's actually in Europe right now, so we are distant
Oh,
from each other.
fancy. Where is she?
She's in German. Is that right? I don't know the name of country.
Yes,
I think it's German.
Germany.
Germany. German is the, yeah. She's there for university. You know, she's studying this semester there. Um, Past
Awesome.
year, I was there in Portugal with her, and she comes back in 2 weeks.
Two
Yes.
weeks? Oh, quite close.
Yeah.
Then you guys. I
Um.
believe that you guys must miss each other, right?
Yes.
For how long
But
has been there?
um, for a semester, she's there 5 months, something like that. We
Hmm.
discussed that things a lot because we both um, we know the importance of discuss that things, that topics in a relationship. And 3 days ago, we were talking about having or not children, and
Mm.
she she doesn't want to be a mother, and I used to I used to not I used to agree with her. Didn't want to be a father, but I was thinking that I am planning in 10 or 15 years get retired from my job, am saving money for that. And in the future, I will have, I hope, more money than I have today. And it will be selfish, not to have a kid, but not um, having a kid, but adopting a kid. So I
Mm.
started thinking about adoption. There are a lot of children, a lot of kids, and I don't know the word in English para orfanato, but there are a lot of kids there, and would be selfish, in my opinion, to have money and not, um, you know, helping a kid like that, giving safe place, love. So I started thinking about adoption, and I almost 100% sure that I want to do that. She was opposite to the idea, so we are talking about it. What do you think? You want to be a mother? You don't?
Actually, right now, I do not have plans for being a mother in you know, short term. It because I don't know, it's it's a lot of responsibility, and I believe that sometimes I'm afraid to fail about being a mother, a good mother, and I don't know, nowadays our society are so violent, and I actually I must admit that I'm a little bit scared of, you know, bringing a kid to the world and let them, be a part of it, suffer with not just violence, but also with global warming. I don't know. I I start to think about all bad things that could happen in the future. But yeah, if I would be a mother, probably I would think more about adoption, just like you, because as you mentioned, there are a lot of unfortunately orphan kids that it would be um good to to help someone in this way, some of them, right? Give them to a good opportunity to live a good life. I don't know, but actually, I would say that I'm a little bit afraid of being a mother. But I don't know, maybe this feeling would pass with the time. Let me see. Uh, mhm. Oh, maybe we can come back to question number 3. Can you hear for us? Oh, sorry. Uh, Read for us out loud and share your thoughts about it. Your mic is up.
Sorry. Question number 3. How do people express their love in different cultures? That's a tough one. Don't know. I didn't search for an answer, but I would say like common gestures as kissing, hugging, physical touch, maybe. Um, in countries like China, Japan, Korea, I know they have different types of, um, you know, demonstrate love for someone, but nothing comes to my mind now. So help me here, please. You're muted now. Your turn.
It was my turn. So we are the same right now. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, Asians are used to they are known for not expressing in their their feelings, openly uh, in public, especially, caring and uh, these things about physical touch, as you mentioned, like um, hugs and kisses, like the way that they greet, right? Other people, they are bounding, right? Because they'll touch. But yeah, maybe actually I don't know if they have uh, a specific way to demonstrate love in public. But I would say that maybe the more global way to show would be like walking, holding hands. I don't know if it is a problem for them, but I believe that's a problem for uh, Muslim people. I don't know, right? They're that the even the in the public spaces, women, even though they are married, they are apart from their husbands, her husbands, because they are spaces, separate spaces for men and women. And yeah, and we mentioned this one before in the previous, the last week immersion about also um, homosexual relationships. They are not allowed, right, in Muslim culture as well. So would be they it's a problem for them. But yeah, I would say that maybe holding hands. But as you said, kissing, hugging, maybe giving them talking with the other person, with a, a nickname, a cute nickname. I don't know if you and your girlfriend had someone, some of this, but me and my boyfriend, we used to call each other with funny nicknames and cute ones. Um, and yeah, I don't know, maybe um having a good time and doing things for please the person as well, like even if you don't like to do something, you do just to see them happy. Yeah, I would say that these are ways to express love. What about question number 4, Brenner?
Number 4. What is the most romantic gesture you have ever experienced or heard about? Okay. Well, in my opinion, the most romantic gesture you can experience with someone is living with them all the life, getting old, um, with someone by your side. I think this is the most romantic gesture you can ever experience in life. Because okay, giving flowers and chocolate and don't know, you will you marry me in front of uh, Paris, but all kind of that is at that moment, and life is bigger than that. So living with someone you care and love about all the life and stay together through all things, I would say that this is the most romantic gesture you can experience in life. What do you think?
Absolutely. I love it, your answer, and I agree 100%. Yeah, like you mentioned, this iconic uh, gestures are just for a short period, right? Like that specific moment, doesn't mean that, you know, it's it's gonna last forever. Maybe is the majority of times they're just for showing up for the other people, how brave and romantic I am for, doing. And sometimes it could be embarrassing, these things, uh, doing such things in front of a lot of people. But yeah, I agree with you. Maybe a true love gesture would be dealing with the daily routine, right? With living at the same under the same roof with a person, um, growing up with them. And when I say growing up, would be like emotionally and mentally, because we change a lot, I believe, through our lives. And yeah, experience and facing difficulties and problems together, uh, seeing and discovering the not so good looking aspects of, you know, a couple life, or I don't know, um, because no one is perfect. And when we are like in the beginning of the relationship, or when we are passionate about it, we do not see, right? And after a while, you can see, because you're not under the influence of all the rain of hormones. But yeah, I would say that, just like you, living a long life and facing all the problems and the good times as well with the person. Yeah, let me see. Oh, we mentioned about living a long-term relationship, growing old together, getting old together, right? And what about question number 8? They are related. What's
Hmm.
your
Respect for sure. In first time, it's the first thing you need to have in a long-term relationship. As you said, you need to respect the time of the other. You need to respect their opinion. You need to respect, if they don't do what I think you expected they would. So respect in first place. Um, patience is very important because everyone has details. It's not details the word I want to say, but uh, everyone has flaws. This is the word, and it's difficult to have a long-term relationship if you not have patience with the other. Um, doing things for the first time when we get a long-term relationship, we uh, we get ourselves in daily routine, and it gets boring. And okay, the person already loves me, so what else? But doing things for the first time, knowing different places, um, doing things as it, it was the first time, maybe pretending that you're dating each other for the first time, that little things in daily routine I think makes different. What do you think?
Yeah. Uh, it's important, like taking care of the relationship as a whole, right? As because you know, I even if you have a strong feeling, if you the couple don't taking care of this feeling, they one day it we're gonna die, right? Like you mentioned, doing things together, spending uh, some time together, doing things for for the first time. That's a good tip. Maybe I will have to think a little bit more about it because it's funny, and I believe that would be a good strategy as well. Yeah, and when you say about respecting, like even you don't agree with your partner, it's important to respect their opinion, their beliefs, or their, you know, way of life, because we can't change the others, just ourselves, right? And yeah, I forgot that I would say a third thing, but I forgot. Sorry,
That's okay.
because it's a little bit late, and my brain's not working so good today.
Yeah, it's late already.
But yeah, let me see. Respect and having a good time together. And yeah, I couldn't remember the third thing that I would say. But let's keep moving. Um, yeah, it seems that we reached question number 10. Can you share your thoughts about it? What do you think?
10. Okay. Um, to answer that question, I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I need to read it. It's a quote from my favorite book, and I I agree with Katrin Hepburn. I think that's it. Yeah, and this quote is this: in many ways, unwise love is the truest love. Anyone can love a thing because that's as easy as putting a penny on your pocket. But to love something despite, to know the flaws and love them too, that's rare and pure and perfect. Since I've read this quote, I've never uh, uh, got it out from my head, and I
Yes,
like
beautiful.
to think about love in this way, when you love something despite the flaws, despite all the things, but you keep loving that person and you keep by their side. I like to think about love in this way.
Yes, it's a beautiful quote. Quote. You mentioned that it's from your favorite book, which is.
The King Killer Chronicle.
Oh yeah, I remember that you
We
mentioned that you
talked
have.
about books before.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, the King's Killer. Yeah, yeah. Right?
The Name of the Wind.
Yeah, the name of the Yeah, that's a good and a beautiful quote. Uh, and I believe that I agree with it at some point because it's easy to love uh one thing because of the the good parts of it, right? It's natural, right? But as we say, as I said before, anything and no one, they are perfect. So we must, um, you know, love it despite, as you mentioned, the the not so good and not so beautiful part of it, and try to handle with the best in the best way possible way, especially when we are dealing with people, right? Because as I mentioned, we cannot change people, right? We just cannot can change your only can change ourselves.
See,
Uh, yeah, and when I brought this other quote, I was like thinking, because some people are only expecting, what I can have with this person, and not about sharing and giving and receiving at the same amount. That's why I brought this this quote as well, because I thought that would be beautiful and a nice uh, thing to discuss as well. But let me see, and you agree with it? These things that I mentioned and about this specific quote. I don't know. You
yeah,
wanna add something?
yes, I agree with it, and it's a beautiful way to think about love. When you are thinking about giving something to someone without thinking about getting something from that person, I think you already fell in love with them. So yeah, I agree with Catherine Hepburn. Difficult name to say.
Yes, I don't know if it is. I believe that this the way that you said it was correct. But yeah, uh, uh, we still have some time, but I'm a curious person. And so, how did you and your girlfriend met? I'm a curious person. Can you share a little bit how it's
Um,
like? For how long are you two together?
we are together since February, so 4 months. We well, the first day was not good. Um, we met and we were in uh, I don't know how to say that in English, but kind of bar, uh, outside bar, you know. We are in a table and we drink and we eat some food, and it was not good because she didn't have a good impression from me for of me. Yeah, she didn't have
Why?
a good
You're a
impression of
so
me.
good looking guy.
No, no,
Why?
not this way, but
Uh,
as a I don't know. She thought that I was weird. That's the word.
okay.
She called me weird for her friend, and she told me weeks ago, and I was like, "The fuck, you called me weird?" But and we didn't even kiss, at the first date, and I I came to my home and I was like, what did I do wrong? What? So I insisted. I sent her a, a chat, what a WhatsApp, and I asked her what did I do wrong, and she found this beautiful. I was caring about her opinion, so she gave me one more chance. So we we go out for another date, and the rest we are now boyfriend and girlfriend. What about you? How your relationship started?
Uh, Let me see. It was like, actually, we are friends from not college, high school. Yeah, high school. We were colleagues. We studied at the same place, at the same class. But at that time, we were both in another relationships with different people, different person, me and him. But by that time, we were just friends, you know. And we stay in touch, keep in touch during college. And then after a while, we were both single as well. And we started to see each other again because we have a lot of things in common. And it happened, you know, naturally. We were friends by start. So I believe that it was easier maybe because we have already know each other a little bit.
You
But yeah,
during high school you had a crush on him?
no, no, no. He was just my friend. And I believe that for him the same. But it became something else with uh you know in other uh, periods with us with different minds and more mature. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah, I'm curious. You mentioned that your girlfriend has been in Germany for five
German.
months, right?
Uh, she is in Europe for 5 months, but she was in Portugal. We knew for some days Spain, and yesterday she arrived in Germany.
But you
She,
guys have met in Europe or here in
no,
Brazil?
no, no, no. Here in Brazil. Yeah. We started dating in December last year, and until February when I asked her if she wanted to be my girlfriend. And then she went to Europe. Past month I went there to be with her for 3 weeks when I was in holiday, from my job. And that's it. In 2 weeks, 3 weeks, she'll come to Brazil again.
Oh, great. That must be quite challenging, right? I think, dating in distance. I never had this
It's hard.
experience.
We talked a lot. We we got some video calls, the entire day. When I having lunch, I gave her a video call, and the same from her. So yeah, it makes easier to handle the situation.
Absolutely. This is the best part of technology, right? Because uh, it made possible you guys to see each other faces, right? And us for being here, studying, me in São Paulo and you at Rio, right? Studying together English.
Yes,
That's awesome.
definitely.
So, Brenner, we are running out of time right now, but I before I close the meeting, let's just see some of the links that I put in the chat, okay? So the first one is for the survey. As you already know, it's important for us. So if you can go there, put your honest feedback, share your thoughts about it, how it was, and what do you like to discuss in the future. I would love to hear, and really helps me out when I'm out of ideas for which topic to bring for you guys. The second one is for TNT's website, and the third one is for this live on YouTube. So if you can go there, hit the like button, subscribe to TNT's channel would mean a lot for us as well. And that's all. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Hope you have enjoyed our time together. And see you next Monday, 10 p.m. Okay?
Okay, it was my pleasure, Anna. And I hope you have a good night and see you the next Monday.
Thank you. Bye bye. Good
Bye
night.
bye.